If you're shopping for an RV or just trying to avoid a bad decision, this video pulls together what actually matters. Real consumer stories, expert advice, everything you need to know about brands like Camping World, Thor, Forest River, and more. No endless forum threads, no guesswork, just what would help you make an informed decision, all in one place. Let's start with a name that comes up again and again in complaints. Camping World. On paper, buying from Camping World looks simple. But for some consumers, it turned into a mess. Delays, hidden fees, and trade-ins that came with unexpected conditions. If you've already bought from them and feel stuck, or if you're just starting your search and want to sidestep the common traps some buyers fall into, this video is for you. Camping World is not the only one catching heat though. Let's talk about Jayco. Jayco's luxury brand, Integra Coach, sold this buyer a $140,000 RV. Brand new, but delivered with body damage, leaks, electrical issues, and parts literally falling off.
Then not being able to use the van, that's pretty bad. And I understand the warranty things breaking, but things not working because of poor craftsmanship and
if you want a clear picture of what it means to own an Integra Coach, watch this video. With Integra, the problems were built in. But with General RV, the trouble began before the build even mattered. Steven thought he was buying an RV. Instead, he got a surprise price hike, unauthorized add-ons, and a refusal to refund his deposit.
Day before, but there was papers that I had not signed that looked like they had my signature that was done by computer.
He says General RV reused his signature without consent, even calls it theft. And honestly, it's hard to argue. Dive deeper into his experience in this video. Sometimes it's not just about the dealership. The experience depends a lot on the brand too. For Chris, that brand was Forest River.
Hairline cracks in the door, screen door and the door don't close together and open together like they're supposed to. And every time it would go to Camping World, things would get worse. Not just a little worse, a lot worse.
Chris thought he was buying an RV and not a long-term repair project. He spent years fixing his Forest River unit on his own, while being bounced between the dealership and the manufacturer. Neither wanted to take responsibility. If you're wondering how that happened, watch the full story in this video. You'd think spending more would at least spare you the hassle. Not always. Dean spent $480,000 on a Thor RV, and by the end of the first year, he was ready to walk away.
I had numerous problems with the inside of the RV with things that didn't work. I had paint scratches and blemishes on the outside throughout. The selling dealer said they were going to fix the scratches, but never did.
What was supposed to be a dream coach quickly turned into a string of regrets. So, if you are considering a high-end rig from Thor Motorcoach, Dean's experience is a good reminder of what to check before buying one. Watch Dean's story in this video. This Thor owner ran into problems before she even left the lot.
It's literally a piece of junk that we paid $200,000 for, and they want nothing to do with it.
That RV spent most of its first year in the shop. Or, as she puts it, it spent more time in the repair bays than on the road. If you want the full picture of what can happen with Thor, this video walks you through it. But finally getting your RV on the road doesn't always mean the trouble is over. If you're looking at Heartland, here's what one couple experienced right after their purchase.
And realized that the RV had literally fallen apart. The frame was bent, the fiberglass had cracked and started pulling apart. The RV was pretty much totaled.
When they ran into serious issues and asked for help, the company blamed them or pointed to insurance. So if Heartland's on your list, check this video out first. Camping World, Thor, Jayco, Forest River. These are household names and often the ones buyers turn to first. But what kinds of issues are owners actually facing with RVs from these brands? Is a well-known name enough to count on?
I think the motorhome is a lemon. I think it has a lot of problems. I know it has a lot of problems. I cannot get out of the city without finding another problem, and it affects my life. I don't trust it to go anywhere in it.
My experience with Keystone RV Company has been absolutely horrendous. I would not recommend them to any friends, family, or even my worst enemy, because you can spend $30,000 or $100,000 and you're going to get the same crappy product and no customer service at all.
If you are shopping by brand recognition alone, this part might change your mind. Watch the full video here. And if you want to avoid these mistakes altogether, the experts have some advice. Some of the biggest RV regrets could be avoided with just a little prep, long before you step onto a lot. Gigi Stetler from the RV Advisor shares practical advice that could save you time, money, and frustration, especially if it's your first RV.
I'm going to tell you to get out a piece of paper and pencil and write down what do you expect out of this RV? What do you want this RV to do for you? What are your expectations? What is your budget? How often are you going to use it? Are you full-time and are you part-timing? Is it weekends? How many do you need to sleep? These are questions you have to sit down and ask yourself and answer before you start your search, because a salesperson, an RV salesperson, is only there to sell you what you come in and ask them for. So you have to write those things down, and you have to really study your own life and your own plan of what you plan on doing with it before you walk into the sharks at the dealership, because they're only going to sell you what you think you want.
So before you start shopping, take 5 minutes and watch this video, because it might shift how you approach the whole thing. Some RV mistakes don't just cost money. They derail your plans, drain your energy, and leave you chasing fixes instead of making memories. That's why we put this all in one place, to save you hours of research and maybe months of regrets. If you're not done yet, check the description. You'll find even more stories from real RV owners that might help you avoid trouble on the road or turn your dream trip just in a better informed reality. If you found this helpful, give it a like, subscribe, and if someone you know is shopping for an RV, point them to this video. It just might change how their story begins. Take care out there. Drive smart, stay sharp, and I will see you in the next one.